Yo, what is going on everybody? It's SM back at it again with a video that's got me seeing red. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, but there's this video going around, and it shows a group of foreigners straight up disrespecting Filipinos in the Philippines. I'm talking trash talking, mocking accents, the whole 9 yards. It's honestly disgusting, and it got me thinking like why? Why do some people feel the need to put others down based on their nationality? So I went down a rabbit hole, did some digging, and you wouldn't believe the stuff I found. Turns out there's a whole history of prejudice and stereotypes that Filipinos have had to deal with. It makes me angry because Filipinos are some of the warmest, most welcoming people on the planet. Seriously, their hospitality is legendary, and it all comes from this deep sense of empathy and respect for others. So to see them treated with such disrespect, it just ain't right. Seriously, Daniel Brown, first up on our list of celebrity offenders, we've got author Daniel Brown, you know, the Da Vinci Code guy. Yeah, well, he wrote this other book called Inferno, and let me tell you, it really missed the mark when it came to the Philippines. I'm talking straight to jail levels of bad. In the book, Brown describes Manila, the capital city, as the gates of hell. I'm not kidding, he actually wrote that, and it doesn't stop there. He goes on to paint this incredibly bleak and inaccurate picture of the city, talking about horrible traffic jams and suffocating pollution. Okay, sure, Manila has its problems like any major city, but Brown makes it sound like a post-apocalyptic wasteland. He even goes so far as to highlight massive poverty and a thriving child sex trade. Look, I get it, authors use creative license and all that, but this goes way beyond that. This is straight-up fear-mongering and exploitation of a country's struggles for the sake of a cheap thrill in a novel. It's lazy writing, and it's downright disrespectful to the millions of Filipinos who call Manila home. And the worst part? Brown never even bothered to visit Manila before writing about it. He just relied on outdated stereotypes and sensationalized news reports to create this distorted image of the city. It's just, it's infuriating. Next up, we've got Korean-Australian actress Lita H. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't familiar with her work before this whole thing, but let me tell you, she definitely knows how to make a bad first impression. This one stings because it plays into a tired, harmful stereotype. So, Lita H decides it would be a good idea to mock the Filipino accent. You know, because apparently the way people speak is inherently hilarious. Not only is it disrespectful and insensitive, but it also shows a complete lack of understanding and appreciation for the diversity of languages and cultures out there. The thing is, her little joke wasn't just a harmless slip-up, it was part of a larger pattern of behavior that seemed to belittle and demean Filipinos. And for what? A few cheap laughs? To feel superior? I don't get it. This whole situation just goes to show how deeply ingrained these prejudices can be, and how important it is to call them out whenever we see them. Making fun of someone's accent isn't funny, it's just plain ignorant. Chapter 3. Taylor Kitsch, even celebrities can't confuse countries. Alright, buckle up guys, because this next one is a real doozy. We're talking about Canadian actor Taylor Kitsch. You might recognize him from shows like Friday Night Lights and movies like John Carter. Now, I used to be a fan of his work, but after this whole debacle, I don't know, man. So, Kitsch is on the David Letterman show, right? Big-time late-night talk show, millions of people watching. And he starts telling this story about his supposed experience at Philippine Customs. He's talking about how intense it was, how they were grilling him about everything, and how he felt totally out of place. Except, here's the kicker. He wasn't even in the Philippines. Turns out he was actually talking about Indonesia. Yeah, you heard that right. He completely confused two completely different Southeast Asian countries. Now you might be thinking, okay, so he mixed up two countries, big deal, right? Wrong, it's a big deal because it shows a complete lack of respect for both the Philippines and Indonesia. It's like he's saying all these Southeast Asian countries are basically the same to me. I can't even be bothered to tell them apart. And the worst part? Kitsch never even apologized for his mistake. He just kind of swept it under the rug and moved on. Not cool, man. Not cool at all. Chapter 4, Lucy Liu, Domestic Workers Deserve Respect. Alright, let's talk about Lucy Liu. Now, I have a lot of respect for her work. She's a talented actress and has done a lot to break down barriers in Hollywood. But even someone as accomplished as Lucy Liu can fall victim to perpetuating harmful stereotypes. During an interview, Liu made some really disappointing comments about Filipino maids. Now, I'm not going to repeat the exact words she used because honestly they're just not worth repeating, but let's just say that she basically played into all the negative stereotypes about Filipino domestic workers being subservient, uneducated, and only good for cleaning up after others. Look, I understand that people make mistakes, and maybe Liu didn't realize how hurtful her words were at the time, but the impact of her words is undeniable. By perpetuating these stereotypes, she's contributing to a culture that devalues and disrespects the hard work and contributions of millions of Filipino domestic workers around the world. These women are often separated from their families, working long hours in difficult conditions, all so they can provide a better life for their loved ones. They deserve our respect and admiration, not to be the butt of someone's misguided joke. Outrow respect for all. So there you have it, guys. 10 celebrities who, whether through ignorance, malice, or just plain stupidity, managed to insult an entire nation of people. And look, I know this video was a little different from my usual stuff, but this issue is something I'm really passionate about. We live in a world where it's becoming way too easy to throw shade and disrespect at people who are different from us. But we need to do better. We need to educate ourselves about other cultures, challenge our own biases, and call out BS when we see it. Let's make a conscious effort to be more respectful, understanding, and compassionate towards everyone, regardless of their nationality, ethnicity, or background. It's the least we can do, and it's the only way we're going to make this world a better place. As always, leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.